Google is rewriting your ads right now without asking, and the worst part is most advertisers have no idea that it's even happening. Let me show you exactly what's going on and what to do instead. Well, how do I know? I run 3 7-figure businesses, one of them being a premier partner Google Ads agency. I've personally managed over $150 million in ad spend, and this feature, it's wrecked accounts that I've had to rebuild from scratch. As a business owner, this is the part that should worry you. There's a setting in your account on by default that lets Google publish ads that you've never seen to your live traffic right now with your spend. I'll show you exactly where it's hiding, but stay with me because you can't fix it until you understand the 2 things happening upstream of it first. Here's what's actually happening and why this will cut your cost per lead. When you run a responsive search ad, Google asks you to provide up to 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. You write them carefully. You think about the offer, the objection, the call to action, the good stuff. You put real thought into your message, and then Google takes everything that you wrote, mixes it into a salad, combinations you never approved, and now it gets worse. It generates entirely new headlines and descriptions on its own through a feature called automatically created assets. And it serves those to your traffic that you're paying for without you seeing them first. Let that land. Google is writing ad copy for your business, and you might not even know that it's switched on. Now, what nobody tells you about this, Google's generated copy is not designed to convert your specific customer. Think about it. They make more money the more you spend. They don't care where it gets spent. It is designed to be generically relevant to the search query. Those are 2 completely different objectives. Relevance to a query and persuasion of a buyer are not the same thing. One is a machine matching words. The other is a human understanding fear, desire, and decision making. Google cannot do the second one, not at the level that your business needs. The copy that was actually working in your account, the headline that spoke directly to the hesitation your customer has before they buy, the description that framed your offer in a way that made the price irrelevant, that copy gets diluted. It gets outvoted by Google's suggestions, the ad strength metric nudges you toward accepting changes, and then the interface makes your original assets look like the problem when they are actually the solution. This is not a neutral feature. It systematically weakens the message that was doing the work. Now you understand the problem, so let's talk about what you actually do. Step 1, go into your campaign settings and turn off automatically created assets at the campaign level. You'll find it under the additional settings section here. It is not prominently displayed, which tells you everything that you need to know about how much Google wants you to find it. Switch it off and do it for every campaign in the account. Actually, before I go further, do this with me right now. Open one campaign and check whether automatically created assets are switched on. Tell me in the comments, was it on without you knowing, or had you caught it already? I read every single one, and I promise you, the number of people who find it switched on without knowing is going to shock you. Step 2, stop chasing ad strength. Ad strength is Google's internal score. It's not a conversion metric. It's not a revenue metric. It's a compliance metric. It rewards you for giving Google more inputs to go and play with. Let me give you a real example. I took over the account of a big London solicitor firm where the previous manager had chased excellent ad strength on every single ad, 15 headlines, maximum flexibility, the works. I rebuilt one campaign with a single tight specific ad that Google rated poor. That poor ad cut their cost per lead by nearly 1/3 in 6 weeks because it said one clear thing to one clear client instead of 15 vague things bolted together 80 different ways. The excellent score was measuring how much Google liked the ad. It was never measuring whether that firm's next client would actually call. Ad strength tells you how much Google likes your ad. It tells you nothing about whether your customer will buy. Now, the second thing that nobody talks about. When you give Google 15 headlines, you're not creating one ad. You're creating a lottery. Google is pulling 3 headlines at a time from that pool and assembling combinations you've never read together. Combinations where the value proposition contradicts the call to action entirely. Combinations where 2 headlines sound repetitive next to each other. Combinations that make your business look disorganized. You wrote 15 individually good headlines, yes. Google assembled a mediocre ad at best. The solution is not to write fewer headlines out of laziness. The solution is to write headlines that are coherent in any combination. That means no headline should depend on another headline to make sense. Every headline should stand alone as a complete thought, and your description should do the heavy lifting on specificity because Google has less flexibility there. And step 3, use pinning deliberately. You can pin specific headlines in specific positions, position 1, 2, or position 3. If there is a headline your business cannot afford to have missing from the ad, then pin it. If your unique selling point, your guarantee, your special offer needs to always appear, which it probably does, pin it to position 1. Yes, Google will penalize your ad strength for doing this. But how does that make sense? No, it doesn't matter. I'll say that again, because the interface is designed to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Pinning the most important message in your ad is not a mistake. Letting Google randomly exclude it, that's the mistake. Now, the setting that I warned you about at the very start, the one that's hiding in plain sight. Google also serves ad suggestions. So these are fully formed ads that appear in your account as drafts, waiting for you to approve them, and here's the trap. The default setting publishes them automatically after a period of time if you do nothing. So, if you're not checking your account regularly, Google is publishing ads that you've never seen, written by an algorithm to your live traffic using your budget. You didn't write them, you never approved them, and they're running right now on some of your campaigns. So, go and check the second this video ends. Go to ads, then add suggestions, and see what's sitting there. Check whether auto apply is switched on. If it is, turn it off immediately. This is the one that quietly does the most damage because it's the one that nobody's watching. The pattern here is consistent with Google's playbook. Every one of these features is framed as a convenience, as a helpful assistant filling in gaps in your account. But the actual effect is that your message, the specific, deliberate, tested message that reflects why your business is different to everyone else, gets averaged out. It gets replaced with something statistically acceptable and commercially mediocre. Mediocre copy at scale is still mediocre. Your ad is not just the thing that Google shows. It is the first commercial conversation you have with a potential customer. It is where trust starts or it doesn't. It's where the right person self-selects and the wrong person moves on. That job cannot be outsourced to an algorithm that has never spoken to your customer, never handled an objection, and has no stake in whether the sale closes. I've managed accounts across retail, legal, financial services, home services, and SaaS, and across every category, the accounts with the tightest creative control consistently outperform the accounts where Google has been handed the keys to the messaging. Every time. So the action list is really straightforward. Turn off automatically created assets in the campaign settings, disable auto apply for ad suggestions, stop optimizing for ad strength, and start optimizing for conversion rate by message. Use pinning on your headlines, the ones that your business depends on, and write descriptions that are specific enough that no generated headline can dilute them. This is not about fighting Google. It's about understanding what Google incentivizes and what they actually are, and making sure that your incentives stay in charge of your account. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. If you've been struggling with your ad copy though, I dare say that this video is what you should watch next. Listen, I've managed over $150 million in ad spend. My team, they've handled over $500 million combined. So, we know a thing or two about ad management. And if you need a free audit that tells you exactly where your issues are in your ad account, hit the link in the description and we'll audit it free of charge. My name's Michael Elliott. I'll see you in the next one.